In the ancient heart of Istanbul, amidst the city's ceaseless rhythm, stands a structure cloaked in the echoes of empires. It is known by many names, yet its true identity, its deepest secrets, remain elusive. A silent witness to epics, this place, the Chora, whispers tales of profound transformation. Each stone, each faded mosaic, a fragment of a larger, enigmatic narrative. How did it endure? What forces shaped its destiny, and what mysteries still lie hidden beneath layers of history and faith? Its story is one of profound shifts, of identity shed and reborn, a puzzle waiting to be deciphered. Its origins are shrouded in the mists of early Byzantium, a period of fervent construction and shifting power. Legend suggests a monastery stood here as early as the 4th century, even before the Great Theodosian Walls. Yet, concrete evidence of those nascent days is scarce, ephemeral. A whisper of what once was. A grand vision perhaps, of a spiritual retreat outside the city walls. But who truly founded it? What was its earliest form? The answers are fragmented, buried beneath subsequent layers of ambitious builders and tumultuous events. A foundational mystery. Even its name, Chora, resonates with a certain enigmatic beauty. It means in the country or outside the city. A geographical description, certainly, for its location beyond Constantinople's land walls. But could it signify more? Chora in theological terms also referred to the Virgin Mary, as the container or receptacle of the incarnate God. Was this a deliberate double meaning? A profound spiritual statement embedded within its very designation? A deeper layer of symbolism, perhaps, for those who truly understood its sacred purpose. Through centuries, the Chora witnessed multiple cycles of destruction and rebirth. Fires, earthquakes, sieges each left its mark. Yet, time and again, it rose, often grander than before. The 11th century saw a significant rebuilding under Alexios Komnenos. Then, the most celebrated era, the Paleolithic period of the late 13th and early 14th centuries. A renaissance. But what specific events led to such intense patronage? Who were the patrons, the artists, whose vision transformed it into a masterpiece of mosaic and fresco? Their names echo, their motivations, less clear. The apex of its artistic glory is inextricably linked to Theodore Metachites, a brilliant scholar, statesman, and chief minister of Emperor Andronicos II Palaiologos. His patronage, between 1315 and 1321, transformed the Chora into a visual symphony of spiritual narrative. But why such immense devotion and resources poured into this particular church? Was it an act of profound piety, a political statement, or perhaps a deeply personal quest for salvation and legacy? His motivations, complex and layered, remain a subject of scholarly debate, another thread in the Chora's mysterious tapestry. Inside, Metachites commissioned an unprecedented program of mosaics and frescoes. Biblical narratives, portraits of saints, theological allegories, they covered almost every surface. An explosion of color and light. Thousands upon thousands of tesserae, each painstakingly placed. Pigments mixed, scenes composed with astonishing detail and emotional depth. How long did this monumental undertaking truly take? What were the challenges faced by the artisans working within such a compressed timeframe, on such an expansive canvas? The sheer scale of the vision, a mystery in itself. This period marked a distinctive Paleolithic renaissance in Byzantine art. A return to classical ideals, a newfound naturalism, and an emotional intensity rarely seen before. Faces convey human emotion. Figures move with a newfound grace. A departure from the more rigid styles of earlier eras. But what truly sparked this artistic revolution? Was it a conscious revival, or an organic evolution fueled by a burst of creative genius and imperial patronage? The precise influences, the confluence of ideas that led to this artistic blossoming, remain a compelling enigma. Among its countless treasures, one fresco stands as a testament to its spiritual depth, the Anastasis, or Resurrection. Located in the funerary chapel, it depicts Christ pulling Adam and Eve from their tombs, trampling the gates of hell. a powerful, dramatic image. But consider its placement, directly above the graves of the deceased. Was this merely a theological statement, or a comforting promise, a plea for divine mercy for those buried beneath? A silent, eternal prayer etched in plaster. Its profound message, a mystery unfolding across the centuries. Yet, even as this artistic marvel reached its zenith, the shadow of a new power loomed. The Byzantine Empire was waning. Its once mighty walls, a testament to centuries of defense, would soon face an unprecedented challenge. The Chora, outside the main fortifications, would be particularly vulnerable. What anxieties permeated the monastery during those final years? Did the monks sense the impending doom? Did they attempt to hide or protect their precious artworks? A premonition of loss hangs heavy in the air, a silent plea for what was to come. On May 29, 1453, Constantinople fell. The conquering Ottoman forces, led by Sultan Mehmed II, entered the city. A new era dawned. For centuries, the Chora had stood as a beacon of Christian faith and art. Now, its destiny, like that of the city itself, hung in the balance. What was its immediate fate? Was it plundered? Desecrated? Or did a different path unfold? The details of its survival in those immediate chaotic aftermaths of conquest are surprisingly scarce, hinting at a quiet, perhaps unrecorded, transition. Sometime in the late 15th or early 16th century, the Chora church was transformed into a mosque. Its Christian identity was veiled, not obliterated. The vibrant mosaics and frescoes, once the spiritual heart of the building, were covered with plaster. A deliberate act of conversion. But why plaster, not outright destruction? Was it a pragmatic choice, a reverence for existing structures, or perhaps a subtle acknowledgement of the artistry that lay beneath? A new layer of mystery. The old identity obscured, yet preserved, hidden beneath a thin, protective shroud. With its new purpose, the building acquired a new name, Chora Mosque. Chora derived from the Greek chora, retaining an echo of its past, yet subtly altered. A linguistic transformation mirroring the architectural one. An architectural palimpsest. How quickly did this name take hold? Did the local populace still refer to it by its ancient designation in hushed tones? The shifting semantics of a sacred space. A testament to how profoundly a name can be tied to identity, and how that identity can be simultaneously masked and revealed. As Chora Mosque, the building underwent significant alterations to accommodate Islamic worship. A minaret was added, rising towards the sky. The apse was modified, a mihrab indicating the direction of Mecca. A minbar for sermons. Yet, beneath these visible transformations, the Byzantine structure largely endured. What were the specific challenges faced by Ottoman builders adapting a highly decorated Christian space? How much of the original form could truly be altered without compromising structural integrity? The practicalities of conversion, another layer in its complex history. For nearly 5 centuries, the Chora's Byzantine art lay hidden, silenced beneath plaster and paint. Generations worshipped within its walls, unaware of the vibrant narratives adorning the ceilings and walls above them. A profound irony. A treasure trove of art and theology, preserved by obscurity. What whispers did the building hear during these long centuries? Did anyone suspect the richness concealed? The deliberate act of covering, paradoxically, became an act of preservation. A silent guardian, waiting for its secrets to be unveiled. As the 20th century dawned, a new wave of interest in Istanbul's Byzantine heritage began to stir. Scholars and art historians, armed with historical texts and a keen sense of observation, started to look beyond the surface. Were there hints, cracks in the plaster, that suggested something more? The first glimpses of color, of form, emerging from beneath layers of whitewash. A tantalizing promise. The stirrings of a rediscovery, a reawakening of a long-dormant masterpiece. A hint of what lay beneath, a historical treasure map. The question, what would they find? The monumental task of unveiling the Chora's true face began in the mid-20th century. Teams of conservators, primarily from the Byzantine Institute of America and Dumbarton Oaks, embarked on a painstaking mission. Layer by layer, the plaster was carefully removed. A delicate dance between preservation and revelation. What specialized techniques were employed to separate centuries of obscuring material from fragile ancient art? The sheer dedication required, the precision demanded, to bring these masterpieces back to light. A slow, methodical, almost reverent act of archaeological artistry. As the plaster fell away, the vibrant colors and intricate details of the Paleolithic art emerged, almost miraculously preserved. The serene gaze of a saint, the dramatic narrative of a miracle, the tender embrace of the Virgin. A riot of blues, golds, and reds, suddenly bathed in light after centuries of darkness. A gasp from the world of art. The Chora was not merely a converted mosque, it was a Byzantine jewel box. But how had the pigments retained their intensity? What conditions beneath the plaster contributed to their astonishing survival? Another profound mystery of preservation. In 1945, recognizing its immense historical and artistic value, the Turkish authorities officially converted the Chora Mosque into the Chora Museum. This designation was not merely a change of name, it was a profound shift in purpose. From a place of exclusive worship, it became a universal space, accessible to all, dedicated to the appreciation of art and history. What were the driving forces behind this decision? A burgeoning appreciation for Istanbul's diverse heritage? Or a complex negotiation of past and present identities? The Chora, reborn once more. As the Chora Museum, the Chora quickly ascended to global prominence. Art historians, theologians, and tourists flocked to witness its breathtaking beauty. It stood as a testament to Byzantine artistic genius, a vital bridge between the classical world and the Renaissance. Its mosaics and frescoes offered unparalleled insights into late Byzantine theology and visual storytelling. A beacon of universal human heritage. But what was it about this specific location, this particular collection, that resonated so deeply with people from all corners of the world? Its enduring power, a captivating mystery. Gaze upon the faces depicted within the Chora. The sorrow of Mary, the gentle wisdom of Christ, the expressive countenances of the apostles. There is a profound humanism here, an attempt to capture not just divine figures, but emotion, psychology. How did Byzantine artists achieve such realism, such depth of character, within the confines of religious iconography? What techniques did they employ to imbue their subjects with such relatable humanity? These silent figures, millennia old, still speak to us, their expressions an eternal, captivating mystery. The mosaics of the Chora tell stories. The cycle of the life of the Virgin, the infancy of Christ, the miracles. Each scene is meticulously rendered, a frozen moment in a grand, unfolding drama. They served as visual scripture, instructing and inspiring the faithful. But how much artistic license was taken? Were these narratives based strictly on canonical texts, or did they incorporate apocryphal tales, popular legends, adding layers of meaning for the medieval viewer? The intricate narrative choices, a subtle, intellectual mystery for the discerning eye. Beyond the main church lies the Paraclesion, a side chapel built for funerary purposes. Here, the frescoes take precedence, culminating in the awe-inspiring Anastasis. But what was the specific significance of this space? How did its artistic program differ from the main church? It was a place of remembrance, of hope for the afterlife, intricately woven into the very fabric of the building. The profound connection between art, death, and resurrection, a powerful theological statement. The silent prayers of the departed, still lingering in its hallowed space. Every element within the Chora, from the placement of a mosaic to the choice of a specific color, likely held profound symbolic meaning for its original audience. The gold tesserae, reflecting divine light. The careful arrangement of figures, conveying hierarchy and theological truth. Yet, much of this nuanced symbolism is lost to modern interpretation. What forgotten codes did the Byzantine viewer instinctively understand? What messages remain hidden in plain sight, waiting for a key, for a mind capable of unlocking its ancient secrets? A silent, visual language. Before its transformations, the Chora was a monastery church. A place of quiet contemplation, of monastic devotion. Monks walked these halls, praying, studying, finding solace in its sacred art. What were their daily lives like within these walls? What hymns echoed through the narthex? How did the art influence their spiritual journey? The profound sense of a past spiritual presence, almost palpable, still lingers. A faint echo of chants, a forgotten ritual. The building as a vessel for centuries of devotion, now open to us. Beyond the dazzling art, the very structure of the Chora tells a tale of incredible resilience. Its domes, its arches, its intricate brickwork. They have withstood earthquakes, fires, and the relentless march of time. What architectural genius allowed such delicate structures to endure for so many centuries? What secrets do the builders' techniques hold? They are the silent guardians, holding the building together, embodying a quiet strength that permitted the art to survive. A mystery of structural integrity, a testament to ancient craftsmanship. The Chora's history is a microcosm of Istanbul's own turbulent narrative. A Byzantine church, transformed into an Ottoman mosque, then a modern museum. Each shift represents a colossal passage of power, a change in cultural dominance. But how did the building itself internalize these transitions? Did its stones remember the sounds of Greek chants, or the calls to prayer? The inherent adaptability of sacred spaces, a silent dialogue between conquering and conquered cultures. A profound testament to the city's layered identity. Maintaining a building of such antiquity and artistic fragility is a perpetual challenge. Environmental factors, structural integrity, the sheer passage of time, all threaten its delicate balance. How do conservators ensure these ancient masterpieces are protected for future generations? What ongoing efforts are required to safeguard its mosaics and frescoes from decay? It's a never-ending battle against entropy, a tireless commitment to preserving a shared human heritage. The subtle art of conservation, a silent war against time, itself a mystery of dedication. Then, in 2020, came another transformation. A decree. The Chora, which had stood as the Korean Museum for decades, was once again to become a mosque. A decision that sent ripples across the globe. For many, it was a reassertion of a past identity, a return to historical roots. For others, a profound concern for the future of its art, its universal accessibility. What were the specific reasons articulated for this sudden, momentous change? The shifting currents of national identity and cultural heritage, converging on a single, ancient edifice. A new chapter unfolds. The conversion back to a mosque raises a host of questions, both practical and symbolic. How will the delicate Byzantine mosaics and frescoes be managed? Will they be covered again, as they were for centuries, or will a new method of respectful coexistence be found? The balance between faith and art, between heritage and worship. The precise operational details, the long-term implications, remain largely unwritten. The future of this magnificent building, once again, a profound uncertainty, a mystery yet to be solved, witnessed by the silent stones. What does this new identity mean for the Chora's role in the global conversation about cultural heritage? How will it impact scholarly access, tourist visitation, and the building's overall preservation? These are not simple questions, and the answers are not yet clear. The Chora has always been a place of adaptation, of enduring through change. But this latest chapter presents a unique set of challenges and considerations. Another layer of intrigue, another set of dilemmas. The building itself, once again, stands at a crossroads, embodying myriad unresolved tensions. Yet, throughout its turbulent history, one truth has consistently emerged: the art endures. Even when plastered over, it survived. Even when forgotten, it waited. The resilience of human creativity, the power of sacred imagery, seems to transcend political and religious shifts. The mosaics and frescoes of the Chora have proven their astonishing capacity for survival. They are not merely paintings, they are testimonies. Their endurance, a testament to their inherent power, a profound and inspiring mystery. What lessons do they offer us about the nature of survival? The Chora is not just a building, it is a living document, a testament to the layers of history that have shaped Istanbul. Each phase, Byzantine church, Ottoman mosque, modern museum, and now mosque once more, adds another stratum to its complex identity. It teaches us that history is not linear, but cyclical, a continuous process of transformation. The visible changes, the hidden depths. A profound archaeological and cultural lesson etched into its very being. A building that embodies the concept of palimpsest. Its true nature is found in its multiplicity. Regardless of its name or its current function, the Chora's legacy of breathtaking beauty and artistic innovation remains undisputed. It stands as a pinnacle of Byzantine art, a masterpiece of human endeavor and spiritual expression. Its walls hold stories of faith, devotion, and remarkable artistic skill. Its mosaics and frescoes continue to captivate, to challenge, and to inspire all who encounter them. The power of its aesthetics, an undeniable force, transcending changing identities. A beauty that speaks across centuries, beyond the confines of any single era. The Chora's story is not complete. Its history is an unending narrative, constantly evolving, perpetually being reinterpreted. Each generation brings new questions, new perspectives, new challenges to its ancient stones. The mysteries embedded within its walls, within its art, within its very transformations, continue to beckon. It is a place that refuses to be fully known, fully categorized, fully understood. A living enigma. Its enduring presence, a silent invitation to contemplation, to wonder, to engage with the profound questions it continues to pose. And so, the Chora stands. A monument to resilience, to artistry, to the enduring power of faith, and to the eternal human quest for meaning. Its secrets, though partially revealed, remain deeply guarded. A whisper from the past, a question for the future. Its true essence, forever elusive, forever mysterious. It reminds us that some places, some stories, are meant to be felt, to be experienced, rather than fully explained. The heart of Chora beats on, an ancient rhythm within a modern world, an endless source of wonder. And the mystery continues.